Hey there, thanks for joining me today for a flip through of Jean Haines' beautiful book called Atmospheric Watercolours. There's the front page, Painting with Freedom, Expression and Style. I'm going to flick through and give you an idea about what's in this book and why you should buy it or why you shouldn't bother. But really, she's such an extraordinary artist. The reason for buying this book is going to be that you're going to thoroughly enjoy looking at her paintings. They are incredible. Her flowers and her animals are absolutely divine. Look at this camel. It's just absolutely beautiful. I don't think her flowers are quite on the level of her animals. She's got lots of things where she gives you sections and she'll take you through step by step. I don't find them particularly useful. The tips, however, see the little segment there on tips, that's pretty damn cool. She gives you lots of really great tips. She's talks a fair bit about philosophy. She had a little bit of Asian training, Asian art training, and so she likes to talk about that in the book. Look at this lion. She's like the absolute queen of how to simplify an animal. Look at the owl. We've got one side and then the other side. She's just quite brilliant at simplifying a subject. This one's called Opening Doors, so she goes through step by step showing you how to put together the doors. And I got to tell you, I don't find them particularly useful, but I love this book with an absolute passion because it's full of these glorious images like this. Look at this mouse. Her ability to design, her compositions are just extraordinary. And look at these flowers. It's incredibly beautifully simplified and full of this of these little tiny tips. I've read lots of the information that she's got there, lots of the text, but I do find the tips particularly helpful. This one says, because I use good quality heavyweight paper, I do not have to stretch my paper or tape it to a board before working. Lightweight paper should really be stretched. That is so true. Nice discussion here about pans and tubes. She's got 3 different brands there showing. Daniel Smith, Winsor & Newton, and there's a bit of schminky up the top. Subjects, more flowers. This is very much like Anne Blockley, and they're both British, Anne Blockley and Jean Haines, and it's impossible to know who influenced the other, but Anne Blockley does a lot of work like that. So beautiful and looks so simple, but it's much harder to do in reality. Look at these lambs or sheep. This head, and then just allowing all those incredible backgrounds to happen in the background. This is a lovely exercise, yellow and blue. She names 2 specific Daniel Smith colours and talks about their reactions. This exercise on lemons, that's pretty damn cool. I think this is a bit of a mess. I don't know what she was thinking there, but you know, she probably ran out of stuff to put into this book, and you can't possibly criticise it because it's full of animals. I'm going to come to another animal in a moment. Oh, this is another. Look at my post-it notes all over the place. The post-it notes indicate so clearly that this is a page that I've used over and over. Go through the exercise. I teach watercolour, so I love looking for ideas to teach others. Having said that, I haven't taught anyone this one yesterday, but it's a sort of exercise that you can do over and over and over again, and incredibly enjoyable and joyful, in fact. Look at this incredible simplicity of that flower. More beautiful flowers in very simplified cockerel. So simplified, there's no beak. More flowers here. Negative advantage. She does a lot of negative painting. In fact, I'd argue that's what she's absolutely brilliant at, is negative painting, along with washes. Anyway, she's pretty brilliant. You would want to own this book partly also because it's a really beautiful hardcover. So it's I've taken this book to many classes to show people, introduce people to wonderful watercolor artists, and it's in excellent condition because of that fabulous cover. Oh, look at this face. It's just emerging out of that soft wash there. She's totally into textural effects, so she talks about salt. Here she's using plastic wrap. She uses a fair bit of plastic wrap, but that's because she's after a beautiful background wash, and then out of that she's going to pull some incredible subject. She takes you through step by step. This exercise is pretty good. It's called You Are Not Alone. Clever play on words there. That exercise is pretty lovely in terms of dropping in colour on top of colour on top of colour. Oh, we're getting towards the end. I've been flicking for quite a few minutes now, and it's really surprising just how amazing all this. There's so much packed into this book. Look at this animal. I'm really not quite sure what kind of animal it is. Ooh, is it supposed to be... Yeah, I'm going to guess at what it is. I don't know. She doesn't always tell you either. So, you know, I'm flicking to the next page. It doesn't tell you what that painting is. Flick back to this page. No, but there's a tip here. This technique can be used as a wet and wet method or while working with a new fresh watercolour layer on top of an already dry first wash. People at a marketplace. That's so vibrant. Beautiful use of colour. Look at this dog. It's just brilliant. This dog is right. This is page 155. I'm nearly at the end of the book, and she saved this insanely magnificent dog for the last. And here's this cat. Again, incredibly simple. You think, oh, I can do that. And as with anything brilliant, it looks simple, but it's not. So only a couple of pages left to go. And now you're thinking, should I buy this book? Yeah, you totally should. If you love flicking through magnificent paintings in watercolor because you want to just enjoy beautiful paintings, it's just a beautiful thing to do. Particularly if you're a watercolorist and you're looking for some inspiration, I cannot recommend this book enough for flicking through magnificent paintings. I know we can all get them on Pinterest, but what I love about owning a beautiful book like this is that I add all my post-it notes, and then later on try and remember what it was what lesson I wanted to get out of it, and that post-it notes helps me just remember that. So I'm going to do Anne Blockley's book next. So please give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. And also you'll get notified about the next video, which will very likely be Anne Blockley's book. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you next time. Bye.